Australia celebrate as one with peace and harmony. Our precious.
One of my favourites from Judith, I always told her, you know, when you were in the concert, sing that, and she said, I'll sing it for you. And in fact, boys, she was going to sing at my funeral. That was all planned too.
Oh, dear.
So, but she's predeceased me. We're going to talk to Beverley Sheehan, who's the older sister of Judith. You might have seen her on the TV news earlier this evening. And firstly, Beverley, we extend our sympathy and our sorrow to you and to your family.
Philip, that's so kind of you. Thank you very much. It's been quite a journey today, I can tell you.
Well, I alerted...
the voices of the speakers in the background there.
Yeah, well, yes, I alerted you to the fact there'd be a state funeral even before the Premier had phoned you. Isn't that true?
Yes, all right. You thought there probably would be.
And that will be well-deserved when the time comes. And in the meantime, I know you've been inundated with media today, but for me, a friend of Judith for more than 60 years, I not only liked her, I loved her, I adored her, Beverley.
Oh, Philip, did you? I think she was adored by many, judging by the outpouring of grief and condolences. I think many people felt like you.
Has there been much reaction yet from countries like the United Kingdom?
Look, to be honest with you, I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything very much. I've got a bit of echo on this line, Philip. I don't know whether we can do anything about it.
It's not a problem to us, Beverley. There will be a response, I'm sure, from overseas and from America sooner than later. I have with me, as I do on a Sunday night at this time, both Simon Owens and Kevin Trask, who'd like to join us.
Beverley, it's lovely to chat to you. I'm just so sorry that it's under these circumstances. Judith was, in the 20-odd years I worked with Bruce and Phil, we'd get Judith on from time to time, and I loved the fact that she was not just generous with her time with Bruce and Phil, but when I was a lowly producer, just the little kid answering the phones and teeing up things, when I would ring Judith Durham, it was like I was a long-lost friend. She was just so friendly to everyone.
Look, she was like that all her life, really. She was quite a humble person, and she just believed in everybody. She really did. She was just a good-natured a person who made people feel comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Beverley, it's Kevin Trask, and it's great to have you on the line. And I must say, I've seen...
Hello, Kevin. We've met, haven't we?
We have many times, and I've been to your shows, and you're quite a good singer in your own right, and you've had a career as a singer as well.
Look, I have done, and it was interesting. I was thinking today that I think the fact that Judy was, or Judith as everyone calls her, she's Judy to me, she was successful so young, and she was so talented, but I think I just felt I could never be good enough. And I don't know whether you knew, but it happened quite by chance. I was a waitress for Smacker Fitzgibbon. You all remember Smacker?
In North Melbourne at the Chetwynd Street?
No, it wasn't there. No, he had a restaurant in Kew. On the golf course, and it was called La Brochette.
That's where we met originally, yes. Being a neighbour, being a Kew resident, you know, I used to haunt that restaurant right on the Par 3 golf course here at Yarra Bend, and that's where our paths first crossed, Bev.
Yes, well, we lived at that time when I was married, we lived in Kew too.
Yes, we were
Beverley
neighbours,
Sheehan, an Australian vocalist, is also known to be the sister of Australian singer Judith Durham. She's the only known sibling of the late Judith Durham, and they grew up alongside their parents William Alexander Cock and Hazel Cock. She has an album to her credit dubbed Spreadin Rhythm Around, and little is known about her personal life since she has decided to live a private life despite her sister being so famous. So she has also attained great popularity and status. Durham was born Judith Mavis Cock in the Melbourne suburb of Essendon in 1943, and she changed her name to her mother's maiden name at the age of 19. Actually, Durham's sister Beverley Sheehan said they grew up and surrounded by music. In her own words, she said, "We used to sing together in the morning and it used to wake us up, and actually we used to sing and wake our parents up. We did always share the music, but Judith was the one who always applied herself and didn't have to be told to practice." Those were the words that were told by Judith's sister Sheehan. Actually, she also recalled that when Durham was about 9 years old, she expressed the desire to be a world-famous musician, and later it proved to be very true. So after the passing on of the late Judith, her sister has come out to pay emotional and heartbreaking tributes that were so teary. She revealed the childhood memories she shared with her sister and also the fond memories they both had together because they were really tight sisters. We all know the Australian musician Judith Durham, best known as the lead singer of the folk music group The Seekers, had died at the age of 79. Her band sold actually unprecedentedly more than 50 million records and had hits including I'll Never Find Another You, I'm Australian, and Georgie Girl. She left the group to go solo in around 1968 and went on to release a number of studio albums, and actually these were also so much sold not only in Australia but also globally. We all know Anthony Albanese, the Prime Minister, also paid tribute to Durham after her loss or after her death, and actually also said that Judith is going to be given a state funeral because she's really a national treasure. Judith gave a voice to a new stand to their identity and helped blaze a very new trail of generation of Aussie artists. That was the message that was posted by the Prime Minister, Mr. Anthony Albanese. Her kindness will be so much missed by many. The anthems she gave to the nation will never be forgotten. So many tributes have been being paid to the legendary artist Judith Durham, and as we are still waiting for the confirmation and actually the timings of the state funeral that we actually later got to know that it will be held on the 6th of August, on the 6th of September, 2022. So we are going to be giving you all the updates here at Dicto Media. Rest in power the Queen, Judith Durham.